Welcome to Kidmissing TV. Today we're going to talk about the case of Robert Brown. He was 12 years old when he disappeared from Wilfred, Ontario, Canada, on August the 30th, 1968. Robert vanished while walking home from a Church of the Nazarene summer camp, where his mother was a volunteer. He's seen at 5:30 outside a restaurant on Home Point Road. That was the last sighting of him. The searches were by land, at sea, and air, and it was insane. Because he had been at the beach with his mother earlier in the day. His mom actually wrote a book about his case, and I'll try to find a link to the book. It's called Vanished: What Happened to My Son, and her name is Shirley Brown. Many letters of prayer came from folks known and unknown to the family. I will say this: I spent my entire teenage years in youth group in the Nazarene Church, including going to Nazarene camp. I only went on weekends because I had a sort of job. But I also went to Nazarene I can't think of the word. Retreat. At one of the two camps they have in this area. Like I said, I spent my entire teenage years in their youth group. Another thing the Nazarene Church does is Bible quizzing. It's actually a lot of fun. Now, the Nazarene Church that I went to, they had a tendency to not... They didn't feed the kids well. Well, actually, at camp it wasn't too bad. But, like, at the retreats, or if you were doing some other weekend thing like Bible quizzing, you didn't get fed well. I had a good youth pastor, though. He made sure we got fed. And you were sleep deprived. So, I don't know, every congregation is going to be different. So, I can't speak on their congregation. I can just tell you that the Nazarene camps are very strictly organized. So your day is planned out. You have very little in the way of free time, because you're either practicing with the chorus, or you're in one service or another, or it's eating time, or it's sleeping time. Now, our Nazarene camps actually had buildings where you slept, dorms. I don't know if this camp had dorms. Like I said, I can't say. I can just tell you what I experienced to give you an idea. I think he was probably allowed to leave because A, they lived close by, and B, his mother was working there. And if his mother was volunteering at a Nazarene camp, they were members of the Nazarene Church. You can be absolutely assured of that. So, I just wanted to sort of give you my perspective, and that was one of the reasons I chose this case. Was because I knew that I had a perspective on Nazarene camp. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed my time at camp and at retreat. But like I said, I had a youth pastor that would feed us anyway, that would send us to bed anyway. He just didn't believe in not doing that. So, In 2014, a tip came into police about a possible suspect. Police said they cleared that tip in 2016. Somehow. I don't know, because I could not find anything in my research about what exactly that tip was and how police cleared it. I wish I could have. And by the way, the letters coming to the family, known and unknown, not a surprise. The Nazarene Church as a whole tends to band together. I will say that. And if other Nazarene churches, other youth groups, because they do have youth groups, learned of this, those youth groups would have gotten together with their youth pastors and written letters, and they probably would have gone in a big envelope from the youth groups and things like that. There would have been a lot of prayer. You know, I am in no way putting down the Nazarene Church. I am just telling you my own experiences. And that's why I wanted to make it clear that I'm not surprised by the letters, because they are a close-knit church, even congregation to congregation, especially with Bible quizzing and visiting congregations all over the place when you do that. So he would have been known to kids in other congregations, assuming he did that. Well, he wouldn't be doing that yet. He was 12, but his family would have been known to other congregations, most likely. But anyway, I don't want to bore you any more than I probably already have. So I will give you the phone number if you have any information in this case. And again, I wish I knew what that tip was. I researched all over the place and couldn't find a darn thing about it. The York Regional Police at 1-866-876-5423, extension 7865. I found that odd, but we're talking about Canada. Or Crime Stoppers in Canada, which is 1-800-222-TIPS. Thank you so much for joining me. Please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to our first goal at 500 subscribers. If I get there, anything is possible. Now, quickly, before I say goodbye, yes, I want a lot of subscribers. I want a lot of eyes to see these posters and hear these, and ears to hear these stories. For me, it's not about... Would it be nice to be monetized? Yes. It would allow me to have the best equipment, you know, although I have a very good editor, I have a decent camera, you know. That being said, if I were monetized, I could do things like Patreon, where when I get an incredible break, you know, in a case where, oh my gosh, a case that's that old was solved, I can put it over there, you know, put it over there right away, so that the people over there will see it first. I am tied in a knot. Anyway, things like that. But to me, this was never about money. This was always about the kids. That being said, thank you so much for joining me. Please click that like button, that subscribe button. It somehow helps YouTube recommend the videos. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your day.